Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Khadijah and I'm back with another video. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been about 3 weeks since I've talked to you guys, so I just want to give y'all not really an update. Well, it's an update slash tips. I got a list right here while I'm sitting here trying to think. Yes, tips for first time travelers or just traveling MA period, which are medical assistants. If you're here, you know that's what I am. So enough rambling, baby, let's get into the video. So the first tip that I have is experience. And what I mean by experience is most facilities will take first-time travelers, but they want you to be experienced. So you don't have to be experienced in the traveling world, but you do have to be an experienced MA. Now, you may be able to push your luck and say you've been working in the field for about 6 months and you're a fast learner, you are easy to train, and you're very knowledgeable about what you do. Then you can get away with it. And they may take a chance on you because everybody is so short. So you could try it, but my advice personally is just to make sure you have at least 1 year experience on the type of position that you're applying for, like the specialty. Because once you let them know, you have to pick which specialty that you're interested in. So more than likely, whatever you have experience in, I mean, that's a no-brainer. Apply for that one because even if it's 6 months, you have that experience in that field. Because like I was telling one of my followers who DM me on Instagram, they don't really train you. They don't have time for that. That's why you're there. They pretty much want you to just jump in and know what you're doing. So you probably have 1 or 2 days of orientation, and orientation is pretty much going over their what is it called, their EHR, and then going over like the policies for that facility. But as far as like a preceptor, you probably have 1 or 2 days of that. I had 1 day. The next day the same day I was checking patients in by myself. I had a preceptor for 1 or 2 patients just to see if I got like their rooming process down. Girl, once they seen that, baby, that was it. They let you go. And you just, I mean, if you have questions, you can ask, but they really just want you to jump in. So that's tip number 1. Make sure you have that experience. But if you're bold, baby, go for it, okay? Ain't nobody stopping you. Next, the second one is housing. So a lot of people DM me as well about the housing. Okay, so what happens is, my tip to you is before you sign your contract, find housing. So what they're gonna do is you're gonna click that you're interested in something, right? Whatever city, whatever state, whatever it's at, you're gonna click on where you're interested in. Even when you telling them where you're interested in, be looking for housing. So how it works is if you find your own housing, you get that full stipend. If they're able to put you in housing, then you don't get that stipend at all. And the stipend is the tax-free money. That's what you want because it's free money. Everybody wants that and it's not taxed. So the key to seeing your money is to where you find your own housing, whether that's Furnish Finder, which is finding a room, renting out a room in somebody's house that's $800 or $900 a month, or an extended stay, or a hotel. However the case may be, if you have family, that's an even better lick. But still, you want to find your own housing. That is the hardest part of this whole traveling thing, because of course you want to be safe, you want it to be affordable so you're able to see your money, especially if you have bills and rent back home. You don't want to pretty much be out here traveling breaking even. You want to get to the bag. Okay, so the math gotta math. You're gonna have to figure out how much everything is going to cost, write it all out, and then just do the math and just be like, oh, okay, that's a good number for me to accept. So before you accept the offer, look at the housing, see if the housing costs more or if it's expensive. Because if it is, and you know you got bills back home and they only offering you whatever they offering you, and the math ain't mathing, baby, don't take that contract. You got to figure out what works best for you. So the housing is the most important thing. They can put you in a house, or I mean in a housing situation, but you're not going to get that stipend, and you need that stipend. Okay. So yes, before you accept the contract, find your housing. Okay? Make sure the math makes sense, please. The second thing is going to be transportation, getting to your facility. Now, I've only worked with Aya Healthcare. They do not fly you out. They will reimburse you though on your first paycheck and then on the last one. So getting to and from. So like I think my flight was like 160, 150 to get to my facility. So they just reimbursed me that. That's it. So you got to pay for your own flight or your gas or however you're going to get there, train, bus, car, you got to pay for it. And then they'll just reimburse you up to, I want to say 250 or 500. It depends on what's in your contract. Food. Child, look, let me tell you something. So I had a travel buddy, and I had food stamps. I was able to use my food stamps for food. So I didn't spend too much money unless I was tired of, making my own meals and stuff like that. Then I would go eat out, but food was taken care of because I got some food stamps. Okay. So you also have to budget that in too. Another tip is work drama. Stay away from it. Stay out of it. You don't know nothing. Your name been it. You ain't in it. You ready charged to the bullshit. However you want to do it in order for you to get through that assignment without getting into the work drama. And what I mean by work drama is, you know how the clinic is set up. You got people who work. You got people who don't work. You got people who lazy. You got people who call in all the time. You got people who sick all the time. It's just work drama everywhere you go. It's the same bullshit. Stay out of it. You don't know, you ain't trying to get into it. I literally had to tell somebody, look, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because what will happen is the moment somebody complain or report about you, there's no talking about it. There's no disciplinary act. There's nothing. Your contract is going to get canceled. No warning, no talking to, no write-up. You're going to get canceled ASAP. Okay? All it takes is one person to say, hey, she did such and such. She said such and such. Baby, they not finna play with you because they need you, but they don't need you. They gonna cancel your ass in a heartbeat, okay? So just stay out of the work drama because you can get canceled. That's another thing. We are at will employees, okay? So at any time, they can say, hey, we don't need you. So don't be going out here splurging because you know you're getting paid every week and you know you got another check coming. Have you save you some money. Put some in your savings because at any time you can get canceled, whether it's due to work drama or they probably just don't need the staffing anymore. They will cancel your contract. So just keep that in mind. Another one is do's and don'ts. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. Do what you're supposed to do. Whatever they ask you to do, do it because you're there to help them. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not a newbie. I'm not fresh. I got 8 years in the game. I know what I'm supposed to do, and I know what's right. So what you're not finna do is you're not finna push me over. You're not finna bully me because I'm not that girl. So that's not gonna work. That probably work with somebody who is fresh out of school or who don't know no better. But with me, that's not how that works. I'm here to help. So you will not have me doing all of your work, okay? They will try you. So go in there. Do what you gotta do. Let them know that you're there to help them. And that's pretty much it. Know your stuff. Pay attention. That's the do. That's it. Go to work. The don'ts is getting into the work BS. Watch what you say. Watch who you talk to. Just pretty much just clock in and do your job and go home. That's it. That's what you need to do. That's the do's and the don'ts. It really ain't too much to it, so I don't even know why I wrote that down on the paper, but that is that's a little sprinkle, it's a little gem, okay? You're gonna need to know that. Clock in, do your work, whatever they need you to do, and go your ass home, okay? And this one, I put budget on here. That was the last one that I put on there, but that ties into when I was talking about the housing. Make sure whenever you accept your contract, you got your full gross amount. And if you want, that's just the gross. That's not what you're gonna take home. So say they say that your pay package was $1,500. The breakdown of that It has your stipend in there, and it has your hourly rate. And then, you know, your first check is going to be your biggest one because they're going to reimburse you your travel fees and stuff like that. So you don't want to look at the first check and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to be making every week. The one after that, that's going to be the most accurate. Not to mention, you have to tie in holidays and stuff like that. If you don't work on that holiday, you will not get paid. But you'll still get your full stipend for the week, if that makes sense. So yeah, budget, write down all the bills that you have at home. Write down all the bills, well, yeah, just the ones at home. And then write down how much your housing is going to be when you go to your place. If you're going to Uber, make sure you write that in there, budget that in there. You just need to write out all of your expenses, and then whatever you take home, and just do the math. Make sure you can cover yourself. Make sure it's enough for you to survive. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it. You may get homesick if it's your first time traveling. If you have kids, oh, that's the biggest thing. I see a lot of people asking about, what if you have kids? Can you take them with you? With the blam. So yes, I have 2 kids. My son is with his dad in Florida, so I don't really have to worry about him. And my daughter, she's here with my mom. And while I was traveling or whatever, I'm back at home, by the way. So yeah, but while I was traveling, my mom had my kids. So I had that support system where I was able to set that up. I left my mom and them here, and then I would just send her money every week to make sure she was taken care of. But if you have kids, yes, you can bring them with you. You can set up schooling. But I don't know, everybody parents different. You can put them in school, and you'll just be changing schools every 3 months. Depending on, you know, where their curriculum is. They may be behind, they may be ahead. You just got to deal with that. Or you can homeschool, or if they still have virtual, which homeschooling is virtual, so you can do that as well. But just remember, when it comes to file your taxes and stuff like that, that may become an issue. If I miss anything, y'all just let me know. Put it in the comments. Y'all can DM me. A lot of people do not interact in my comments, but I would prefer you guys to do that, only because somebody may have the same question that you have, and no question is a dumb question. Like, we all trying to figure it out. We all new to it. So don't be afraid to interact with me in the comments below. But if you're shy, you don't want everybody in your business, you can DM me and I'll reply to you as fast as possible. But the thing about that is, I always have to make sure that I check my requests, because y'all not my friends on there. I mean, y'all can follow me. My profile is going to be in the description on Instagram or any social media platforms. But everybody always find me on Instagram and DM me there. You can still do that. I don't mind. So that is it. If you guys have any other questions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, DM me or write me in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.